Hello, everybody, and I hope you're having a blessed day. And I know it's been a few days that I haven't done any videos. I've been really busy doing some things and making a list of what I'm going to need so that I can kind of stay out of the stores for the next few months completely. Um, till some of this kind of blows over. Uh, I don't think we need to panic. I don't. But I do think that we need to be careful and use our common sense and don't be afraid of looking silly. I'm so surprised at the people that are so afraid of looking silly. And they don't stop and think that if they're one of those people that has weak lungs or health issues, they get sick, this thing will be devastating for them. I mean, as a young girl, I was 16 or 17, I got double pneumonia. And I've had pneumonia twice after that, and I've had bronchitis twice. So I have weaker lungs than most people do. And if I got it, it probably would be devastating for me. And so today I want to talk to you about some of the things that we can do to help ourselves. You want to self-isolate yourself, then you need to make a list, and I would not advise you to go grocery shopping during prime time Saturdays and Sundays. I would go when there's less people in the store so that you can keep your distance from other people. It's just that simple. Now, I don't think that we need to panic. We see people going out to these rallies. It's election time, and I don't think we necessarily need to panic. But I do think if you're elderly and you have health issues, you need to take into consideration a few things and do a few things to help yourself. Because I think we're going to hear more about this. I do. And I don't know that it will get, a whole lot more severe. I don't know. None of us really do. We don't. But panic helps nobody. And spreading fear helps nobody. There's just common sense issues or things that we can do. And that's what I want to share with you. So I hope you'll watch this video all the way to the end. Because I'm going to share with you some of the things that I do when I do go out. Bleach. Now, I'm not big on buying, sprays with bleach in it, because they're expensive. So I just mix, and you can look it up, a bleach spray, and it's 2.5 cups of water to 1/4 cup of bleach. And I spray my toilet down, my shower with it, and my bathroom sinks with it. Now, because that's places where you get a lot of germs in your house. And my kitchen sinks. Those are the most areas where it's germy. And I always throw a little bleach in my toilet too. And swish it around. And, bleach kills viruses and germs and bacteria and stuff. And so I use it around my house that way. Remember, 2.5 cups of water to 1/4 cup of bleach. Put it in a spray bottle. Now, if you can't do that, you can take bleach, put it in a bowl. Now, I'm telling you to do this because most of us are not going to carry a spray bottle of bleach around in our pockets or our purse. I don't carry a purse, so I'm not going to carry one around in my pocket. But what I do is I put some bleach in a bowl, and I take cotton balls, and I use some prongs, like hot dog prongs, and I put the cotton balls down in the bleach. When I'm getting ready to go somewhere out into the public, and I take several of those and I put them in a plastic freezer bag. And I fold them up and I'll stick them in a pocket. I leave them in my vehicle until I'm ready to get out and get ready to go into the store. Now, what I do with those bleach balls is I take it and I rub it over the handle of the cart that I'm going to touch. I rub it over the handle and underneath the handle of the cart that I'm going to use to do my grocery shopping. Why? It kills viruses, kills bacteria. And that's where I'm going to be putting my hands and pushing around the whole store. And hundreds of people before me have used that cart. And that's why I do that. Okay? It's a good way to protect yourself. Now, gloves. Let's talk about gloves here, okay? I don't care what kind of gloves it is, because I'm not necessarily wearing the gloves to stop me from getting a virus necessarily. I'm using them as a reminder. Do you remember before, some people might did this, I was one of them. If I wanted to make sure I didn't forget something, writing a note didn't necessarily help me because I might forget to read the note. But if I wrapped a string around my finger, all day when I saw that string, I knew why I had it there, because I had to make sure I didn't forget that one thing that I needed to take home. It's a reminder, and that's what the gloves are. The gloves are a reminder me to not touch my eyes, nose, or mouth. We've been touching our faces ever since we were little kids. Unless we're germaphobes, and you might not, but if you're not a germaphobe, you are touching your eyes, nose, and mouth without even thinking about it. You don't until after you've done it. And so the gloves to me are a reminder, because I'm not used to wearing gloves. I don't wear them unless I'm going out somewhere. And so it's not a habit, Gloves are not something I wear all the time. And so when I'm out, those gloves stop me, because when I'm getting ready to touch my eye because it itches or something, I'm like, uh-oh, no, I can't touch my face. I'm not supposed to touch my eyes, my nose, or my mouth. So they're just a simple reminder. That's it. And it keeps it away from my face. I wear a mask. I've had masks for years. I've had the N95 for years. It's great for protecting you against viruses. Now, you have to look them up and study them, because there's filters to them and different things, and they have to be changed out, because that can get contaminated too, and there's different kinds, and so check into it, But once again, it's a reminder to me to not touch my face, because I'm wearing that, and I'm constantly reminded, don't touch my face, don't touch my face. And at the same time, it helps protect me. You understand? Glasses on the eyes help. And then when you leave that soap, we've been talking about. Now, it doesn't help really dirty hands, but in general, if you're a fairly clean person and you clean your hands before you leave your house, and you've got gloves on and everything, and you leave and you take off the gloves, and then you use that I don't know what's called, antiviral, no, it's not hand sanitizer, I couldn't think of the name. It has to be a minimum 70% alcohol. It does. Now, you can rub alcohol and a cotton ball over your face, and it will help kill the virus if your face isn't super dirty. But make sure when you use those hand sanitizers, you really work it in good. You do, and quite a bit of it. But once you leave the store and you're heading home and you're not stopping anywhere else, use a hand sanitizer on your hands. It'll help. It really will. Then once you get home, make sure you take off the clothes you were wearing. Remember, the virus sticks to porous, and your clothes are porous. And if anybody coughed around you or anything, and it got on you, or you rubbed up against something or touched something that it had the virus on it or something, don't risk it. Take off your clothes. Throw them in the washing machine. You don't have to wash them right then, or throw them in your dirty clothes basket. And then, clean them later. Take a shower. Don't risk anything. It's your family you're talking about, and you're talking about the health of everybody else, that you may come in contact with, that you want to help protect too. It's looking out for each other. That's what counts. That's what's important. Don't take your grandkids with you anywhere. Don't take them out in this. Let's wait and see what happens until we get a better handle and a little more knowledge on just which way this is going to go. I'm not trying to panic anybody, and I don't think people should panic. Just err on the side of caution. You wouldn't, have you ever seen been in a hospital room, emergency room, or someplace, or a doctor's office. And you see all these poor little sick kids, babies, crying their lungs out because they're hurting, because they've got the flu. And they're sick, and they're running fevers. Well, why subject your grandchildren or your children to that if you don't have to? You know, come together as a family. If you have to pick one person, just pick one and help each other. Do the shopping for each other. Somebody else take care of the kids. Leave the kids at home with grandma or a sister or a brother. And everybody help and pitch in and designate one person, but don't take the kids with you. And then you protect yourself when you go out there. And do shopping for everybody. Get everybody what they need. Do your shopping late at night where less people are in the stores, or a weekday, early in the morning, you know. Things like that. Or around the time, you know, one of the I remember a store here opening up, okay? And the lines were incredible. It was a new store. It wasn't Walmart. And they had awesome sales, and they still do at that particular store. But the lines were absolutely incredible at that store. But do you know when that store was empty? It was amazing. I hated going in there until it dawned on me. Wait a minute. When all the kids are going out of school, all the parents at the school trying to pick up their kids. And it was the perfect time to go shopping at that store, and that's when I go, because there was never anybody there. I might see one or two people, but yet every time you went in there all week long, even during the day, women that, you know, were stay-at-home moms would be at that store until time for kids to get out of school. And then they would all flock to the schools and the store was empty. So maybe that's a good time in your area too, is when the kids are getting out of school, because parents go to pick them up. So, you know, maybe then. You've been shopping enough, probably you know the best time in your area to go shopping. But don't go Saturdays and Sundays, the busiest time. If you want to eat out, do carry out. Do more carry out. Most restaurants have carry out. Just take it home with you. You know, designate somebody and go and pick it up. You can do it yourself and have carry out. Ask them to have the waitress meet you on the outside with the food that you don't want to come in and pick it up, that you'll pay for it in cash. But, you know, who cares if they think you're fickle? Safety's more important. But do things that way. Start calling restaurants ahead of time and tell them that you'd like to order carry out, but you don't really want to come into the store and pick it up. Can they send someone out to you and you'd be more than happy to pay for it? Or at least meet you at the front door. And if you have to, tell them, I'm afraid. Be honest. I'm afraid to be out in public. You don't have to, you know, because they may have concerns sending a waitress outside or somebody outside with the food thinking you might be somebody else, you know, wanting to hurt the person, because we do live in a dangerous world, so be honest and tell them the truth. I really want to stay away from, you know, crowded places, but I love your food, and me and my family would like to enjoy it, and, you know, could you, you know, send someone and we'll pay for it. But those kind of things. You know, until we get more information on this, until we really do, until we get more information about this, be careful. Wipe down the handlebars, like I said, on your carts. I hope you found this helpful, and God bless.